This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, please tell about yourself and your work
Um,
experience.
well, I have 15 years of experience around SAP.
Okay,
Um, so I majorly lead the project management,
okay,
lead the projects with project management for multinational companies.
okay.
Right. But I cannot divulge the company where I work. So yeah, that's where I am.
So did you work on SAP HCM so far?
Well, I lastly worked in 2014 on
Okay,
SAP HCM, and that was not even on the payroll part.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
good. So now you want only payroll or entire course like PAOM time or only the payroll?
Well, currently my focus is only on the payroll, and I would like to go with the payroll parts of it.
Okay, so you want payroll of KSA and UAE, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. I got an idea about you. So good. Yeah, as you already know something about SAP and you are into project management system and in 2014 you worked on SAP HCM, not in payroll, PAOM time. Okay, good, not a problem. Either is in PA or in time or in payroll.
Well,
First,
time as well, you can just keep it off. I'm like, I was not working on time either. It was just majorly PA and OM that was touch basing with you. And I was a e-recruiting consultant at then.
okay, okay, good.
Right. So, yeah,
Okay, time is not required because most of the companies they are migrating to success factor. You can go with
exactly.
okay time. I can touch it wherever it is. I can touch it here, but not a big thing here. Right,
Yeah.
just okay. Now the basic thing, whether it is PA or time or a payroll, simple logic. First we can configure in IMG. Once we configured IMG, you know what is mean by IMG? Functional point of
Yeah.
view, it is our backend. It is our
Implementation back.
backend where we can create in PA personal area, sub areas, employee group, employee subgroup, info group, action type, number ranges, and you can come to PA for you can hire an employee. Coming to the time, you can create a break, PS grouping, DWS, work schedule rule, absences, attendances. Come to table 007 info type and you can maintain. And coming
Mhm.
to the payroll,
Yeah.
okay, because our focus is in the payroll. So in the payroll, we can configure basic pay related and maintain in 8 info type.
Mm.
We can configure recurring payments and deductions and you can configure in 14 info type. And additional payments, you can configure 0015 info type. Additional payment off cycle, you can configure maintain 0267 info type. And employee remuneration information, you can maintain 2010 info type. And these are very common for every country. If you work in Indian payroll or UAE payroll or KSA payroll, US payroll, these are very common. That means as a consultant in IMG, here you have to configure all these things,
Mm.
maintain these info types, and after that you run payroll. If you run payroll, here main schema. Main schema contains sub-schema. Sub-schemas contains functions and rules. And finally, your payslip. Finally, your payslip. Nothing but your output. And in the payslip, the results are stored in the PCL2 cluster. PCL2 cluster. From there, we can see RT table, CRT table, BT table, tax table, whatever it is here. RT
Mm.
table means result table. CRT means cumulative result table. BT means bank transfer. Tax related, country specific. These will come into picture. Right. Now, when you wanted to learn a payroll, any country payroll, these things are very common. Configuration of this. So basic pay approximately 18 steps are there. Recurring payments and deductions 7, 8 steps are there. Additional payment 6 steps are there. Additional payment off cycle approximately 11 steps are there. ERA approximately 10 steps are there. You can configure and go to PA30 you have to maintain.
Mm.
Once you maintain, you have to run the payroll. if you wanted to run the payroll, what is main schema? What is sub schema? What are those? Say for example, I want to run payroll. Let me check. Yeah. So I have this UAE payroll is there. Click on here. This is the transaction code PC00 underscore MAE. This is a transaction code PC00 underscore MAE calc. That is a transaction code. Now, if you want to run Saudi Arabia payroll, PC00 underscore M24. So M stands for the Molga, then country grouping M24, M24. This is KSA payroll. This is UAE payroll. Let us run UAE payroll. Click on. When you click on, if you have any variant, you can get your variant. Say for this is a variant. Now, so if you click on execute, you are going to run payroll. Now the concept what we have to know, when you run payroll, you are going to get some amount. What amount you are going to get, where it is coming, that you have to know. You can check your basic pay, your city allowance, your car allowance, okay, then statutory net on employee, that is social insurance also you are going to get, then social employer contribution insurance you are going to get it here. So all these things where we configure in the backend, and what are the schemas are there. What is the schema? Here we have one schema. What is the schema we are using? This is the copied schema. I can show you. /OPE01. Click on ZFA1. This is a schema, and this we have to understand. So what is schema? What is subschema? How do we know what function it is? What PCR it is, and all those things. Here I will explain you. Right, there is one thing. Here there are 8 columns are there. Column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, column number 4, column number 5, 6, 7, 8. If column number 2, if a function is copy, column number 3, parameter 1, there is a subschema. That is the funda we have to, in any country payroll. Say for example, AED0 is a subschema, double click on that. Here, WPBP is a function which is reading the information from 4 zeros, 0001, 007, 008 and 0027. So now what you can come to know, when you run payroll, so you are going to run payroll, UAE payroll. So what is the schema? Schema AE00 that I copied. I'm going to run payroll. Right. So ZFA1, that is my main schema. In main schema, there is a subschema. What is a subschema? It is, just a minute. There is a subschema ZFA1, that is a subschema AED0. There is a WPBP. Now what is WPBP? Right, now I'm going to run payroll. Go to PA30, enter personal number. Here you can check in 0001 info type. What we can check, he is into 6750 company code. Personal area 6751. Sub area 0001. Payroll employee group O, employee subgroup O1. Payroll area FA. This is read by what function? That is one thing. And again we have 007 info type. What is 007 info type? Working hours of an employee, work schedule role. He was into this work schedule role. Here October month he is working OMDW. Here 9 to 17 he was into general shift. That we can find out. Then what are the salary components he is getting? That we can maintain 8 info type. What we have to maintain? So what we have to maintain here? So basic pay is 5,000 and city allowance 2,500. He was a manager, okay, working in Dubai. Now this data, run payroll, expand the log. You can check one function, WPBP. WPBP input data. It is reading data from 4 zeros, 001, 007, 008. What is 008? What we have done? Pay scale type, pay scale area, pay scale group and pay scale level. Then 007 your work schedule rule, monthly working hours, time management status, weekly working hours, daily working hours, weekly working days that you can find out. 001, you can see your company code, your personal area, your employee group, your employee subgroup, your payroll area, and your first name and last name, and all such information. The same data it is processing, and finally it is going to show one table, WPBP IT. So here, whenever WPBP in the schema, that is a function. Whenever it is in output table, it is a table. This table is showing whether employee was active entire month or not. Double click. 1 to 30 employee was active 3. Active for what? Company code 6750, personal area 6751, sub area 001.
Does
Finally,
it
what
show
out?
on the reports if he's active or not active on WPBP?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
unpaid leaves or something.
Yeah. No, no, unpaid leaves are different. Here, whether
Mm.
employee was active for 1 to 30. Unpaid leaves, if you take employee is active 1 to 30, whenever he takes unpaid leave, that amount is reduced. This is for if you hire mid of the period, if you are terminate mid of the period, that date will be shown here.
Mm.
WPPP.
Okay.
Now here it is IT table. So internal table. This will read 8 info type. So 1 FA1, 1 FA2, 5,000, 2,500. 3 is transferred salaried employee. That is a meaning. So that is a meaning. Like that, it can read it here. So what I mean to say, when we work in the payroll, so in the IMG, you have to configure all these things. Where we can configure all of them, I can show you. /n SPRO IMG. Then go to the payroll. It is not part of the payroll. It's a part of the personal management, personal administration, payroll data. Here basic pay. There are 18 steps we have to configure.
Mm.
18 steps we have to configure. Then recurring payments and deduction. This is.
Mm.
After that, additional payment. This is 15 info type.
Mm.
After that, 267 off cycle payroll. After
Mm.
that, employee remuneration information 2010 info type.
Mm.
After that, you can maintain a minimum 8, 14, 15. Okay. To run payroll, we need 4 zeros, 001, 002, 006, 007, 008. If you want all of them, 0014, 0015, 0267, 0267. Okay. Okay. Then 2010. 2010. If you need absences 2001, attendances 2002, quota 2006, employee in time out time 2011, you have to maintain. Right? Then you can run payroll. If you run
Will that
payroll,
require 50, info type 50?
info type 50 automatically generated. That is also we have to maintain.
Okay.
That is time recording information. If it is a positive time recording, whenever you maintain 7 info type, automatically 0050 info type, it is maintained. If it is positive time recording, if it is
Mm.
negative time recording, you need not maintain. You
But
need
it
not.
also requires to have that time machine related information maintained in 50, right? It doesn't maintain automatically in 50.
When that's what I'm telling here. In SAP, we have two things: positive
Mm.
time recording, negative time recording. Whenever positive time recording is there, whenever you maintain 0007 info type through the dynamic action 0050 info type will come. There we have to maintain terminal number.
Mm.
Negative
That
time
has to be
recording,
maintained, right?
yes. Whenever you
Mm.
maintain 0007 info type, no 0050 info type is required because positive time recording means employee in time and out time we are recording.
Yeah.
Negative time recording, we are recording only deviations. If you are absent, you can maintain. If you are present, don't maintain. If it is
Aren't there any
positive,
features to default this time machine based on the personal area or personal sub area?
so what you are going to default?
Info type 50, aren't there any features to default the
No,
time
no, no.
machine data?
15, you have to maintain. If it is whenever you maintain 7 info type,
Mm.
0050 info type, it is triggered. There you have to enter. Every employee will have an ID number. That number we have to enter.
Okay.
So when the value is same for all the employees, we can default.
Mm.
ID number employee to employee is different. Then we cannot default. We have to enter. Okay. Still, if you want, then we can use third-party application integration.
Okay. Okay.
third-party integration we
So
can
here
take.
the ID which you're saying is basically that employee related ID against that time
Not
machine.
employee
That time
related ID, time terminal ID. Every employee will
ah,
have ID card, na? Then you can
mm,
go swipe and punch. That has a card number. That number we
ah.
have to enter.
Card number, right? Not the time machine number.
Card number, employee card number.
Okay, got you, got you. Then there is no possibility of defaulting it then.
Right, right. So, right, this is very common for KSA or UAE also. But what is
Mm,
country specific? Country
mm,
specific is absence valuation. Absence valuation means we have paid absences, we
mm,
have unpaid absences. If you
mm,
take paid absences, there is no change in the salary.
mm,
If you take unpaid absences, then there is a change in the salary. That is nothing but salary is reduced. That is known as proration. Whether basic pay is prorated or gross is prorated as per your company requirement, you can go ahead. There also we can speak about processing classes, accumulation classes, schema, PCR, that we can discuss. Next one, time-based type valuation. Time-based type valuation. What is time-based type valuation? A waste type, if it is in the payroll, it contains an amount, basic pay, some amount,
mm,
or house rent allowance, some amount, or else car allowance, some amount, equipment allowance, some amount, bonus like that. If
mm,
a waste type is generating in time, so that is known as a time-based type. The time-based type contains number of hours. Those number of hours, it can be daily working hours or it can be OT.
mm,
Okay, okay, OT. Then in the payroll, we have to specify rate. Daily
mm,
150 euro, dian, okay, rian, okay, or $150, whatever it is, that we can specify in the payroll. Number of hours into rate is equal to amount.
mm,
It can be overtime or it can be daily working hours. In US payroll, most of the cases it hourly wage earner per hour $50, $70. So like that we can calculate, that we'll discuss. There also processing classes, accumulation classes, evaluation classes will be there. Here country to country schema is different, PCR is different, but concept same. Only the letters will be changed. Say for
mm,
example, I can show you in two countries. Now you can go to PE01, AE00, this is UAE. Click on. There is a schema AET0, that is the time related. There you can check it here, AE10. Okay, I will show you. These are all very common here. AE10, AE13. AE10, AE13 is equal to X010, X013. There is no difference, to be frank. Okay. Now
mm,
from here, if I go to another SA00, Saudi Arabia, there if you can go to SAT0, you can check here they have here SA10 and SA13.
mm,
SA10 and SA13. But if you go to US payroll, you can get it here UT00, here U010, X010. But if you
mm,
go to Indian payroll, here you can check it here XT00, X010, X013. So indirectly there is one concept we have to understand.
mm,
X010 PCR, it is for international. Okay,
mm,
if it is for UAE, it is AE10.
mm,
If it is King of KSA, KA10. If it is US, UA10. No, US10. Okay, if it is Britain, it is GB10. So like
mm,
that, only the letters are going to be changed. Concept is same, but some concept is different, some not much. So
mm,
that means when we work in the payroll, you are switching one country to another country payroll, you need not worry. But what is the concept we have to know?
mm,
So that is very, very important here. Say for example, so
mm,
this is the schema related. If you go
mm,
IMG level also,
mm,
okay, SPRO, IMG. PSID is very common for both the countries. There is no difference. Even
mm.
payroll also, most of the cases same, not much difference, but we can check it here.
Yeah, there are some statutory
There only
things that
statutories are different. Only
yeah,
here.
yeah.
No, here United Arab Emirates. It is there. What is the thing here? Here I will show you. Here leave passes. Ticketing entitlement is different.
Mm,
Rest here absences are very common. Okay, then day processing of time very common, factoring very common, social insurance is very common. Only social insurance. There is a GOSI concept it is there here. Not
UAE not go. See, it is
yeah,
social insurance.
it is social insurance here. GPSAC it is there here. The only
Yeah.
3 to 5 one info type here.
Yeah.
This is only the difference. The rest is same again. Benefits, deductions, loans, everything is same. Rest is
Mm.
same here. Basic settings are very common. Period parameter, date modifier. Okay, absence just I told you. Okay,
Mm.
then after factoring is nothing but how salaries are calculated, whether calendar days or working days. Only SI is remaining as very simple. Again, if you go to uh, Saudi Arabia, where is Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia also. No, here also you can see basic settings, absences, factoring. Here leave passage it is very okay.
Mm.
So only what is different here. Here this is occupational hazard is only the different, and remaining are very same. Only EOS, end of the services.
Mm.
End of the services. When employee is terminated, what will happen? Nothing but termination workbench. So how it is going to be happen? But both the countries, not only both the countries, in every country, the thing what we have to know, how the gross is calculated. What are the earning wage types are there? Where you
Mm.
are going to maintain. That is one thing.
Mm.
Then deductions. Normal deductions like loan such as here. Statutory deductions. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Then gross minus deductions is equal to net.
Yeah.
When you calculate what info types you are going to maintain, when you run payroll, what schemas it is reading, what functions they are reading, and in which secondary wage type it is going to be stored. What is mean by secondary wage type? Now let me run payroll. I run payroll for this employee.
Mm.
Go to final processing, go to RT table. Now slash 101 total gross amount
Technical wage, yeah.
7,500
Okay.
technical waste type.
Mm.
Slash 110 it is not 102. This is only PF. Okay, this is
Mm.
only UA. Okay, now this apart from that there is one thing here. This is employee social insurance employer. This is 261, 262, 250,
Mm.
750.
Mm.
250, 750, it is on what wage type? Is it on gross salary or only the basic pay? If it is that, where it is? How
Mm.
slash 261, 262 is generated?
Mm.
That we have to know. That is one thing.
Mm.
Now, your wage type, whatever the your wage types here, your wage types you configure. How slash 00100 it is coming here, and
Mm.
how other wage types are coming. Okay, directly we can use one word. It is all technical wage type generated by the system. That is answer is not enough. Okay,
Mm.
as per the program it is coming, but certain waste types, how they come, we have to know.
Mm.
We have to know because so they based on secondary waste type amount, we can calculate overtime, we can calculate social insurance, we can calculate time waste type. So this is a reason how secondary waste types are going to be generated. This is for this payroll. And if you can
Mm.
take slash 261, 262, it is there for this country. This is for UAE. If you want to run Saudi Arabia payroll, like so this is Saudi Arabia. Is it there? Okay. Let me run payroll here. You can check it. So, but in both the payrolls, configuration is very simple.
Mm.
Somebody has deleted this. Okay, just a minute. OM is not there. Slash O SM30 T556. This is substitution. Somebody has deleted it. Is telling.
Mhm.
It was created. I want to configure again. Yeah, I'm running payroll. Earlier we got an error based on the table. I went and I rectified, and you can see the form here. Basic pay, city allowance, car allowance, Ramjan bonus, overtime.
Mm.
Okay, then what are the deductions? So employee social insurance, employer insurance it is coming here. Regular
Mm.
payment is there. Okay, now what are the secondary base type we have to know? In RT table you can find out here. So RT table, it is always result table, you can find out here. Same 101, 102, most of the cases are same. Here again same secondary base types, but here GOSI it is there here. Here GOSI is there here. So how GOSI and what base type it is taking? Now there is a standard process, it is calculating on basic pay or a primary base type. Later, the statutory things has been changed. It is a gross salary. If it is a gross salary, where you are going to do, how you are going to do, as a consultant, we have to know. So that means if you know one payroll well, to go to another payroll is very simple. Only the thing, if the statutories are different, there what info type it is, what secondary waste type, what function it is, if you know, that is more than enough. So what we are going to discuss here, I want to specify IMG in PMPA. What we can configure, we can maintain like 8, 14, 15, okay, 0 to 67, 21, 2010 info type, we can run payroll. After that, in the payroll, absence configuration, time waste type configuration, factoring configuration, cumulation waste type configuration, cumulations, loan related, social insurance, GOSI, okay. So end of the services, EOS, okay. So then after integration between HR with finance and all these things we can discuss. And apart from that, basic thing is payroll driver, main schema, sub schemas, functions, PCR, which are standard, and their characteristics if it is a required modification. Customer specific PCR. Customer specific PCR, the best example I will tell you. One company is giving attendance bonus, attendance allowance. Attendance allowance scenario 1 based on calendar days. Daily it is giving 20, okay, Ria, 20. So if it is January, 31 days into 20 it can calculate. But some company scenario 2, attendance allowance is on working days only. January 31 days is there, but 23 days is working day. 23 into 20, company will pay some amount will come. But scenario 3, one more company, it is give only when employee is present on the day, 20 riyad it is paying. If you are absent, it is not paying. For this, definitely we need a PCR. This is one thing. Second thing, personal area 1, monthly bonus they are getting 5,000. Personal area 2, monthly bonus they are getting 10,000. Without maintaining any weight, I want to get personal area wise. Or else, personal area is XYZ, employee group is X, work schedule rule is 3-week rotation. When these 3 conditions are met, then company will pay monthly bonus. If any one of the condition is not met, employee is not getting monthly bonus, then what we need? So we need a PCR, personal calculation rule. So that means our course is going to be contain first basic settings. The basic settings means period parameter, date modifier, payroll area, gendered payroll period, gendered calendar for accumulation, create control record, default payroll area in 0001. This is. After that, I told you basic pay configuration, recurring payments and deductions, additional payment off cycle, employee remuneration information. Okay, this is one thing. After that, absence configuration, time based type configuration. Okay, factoring. Okay, what is mean by factoring? January month, 31 days. If you work, you are getting 20,000. If you join second of the month, or if you take 1 day leave, 30 days is equal to how much? Here, 31 is the factoring, 30 days is the partial period. If it is January, if you take February, 28 days is equal to 20,000, and 27 days is equal to how much? Here, 28 is a factoring, and 27 is a partial period. So you can calculate employee salaries calendar days, working days. That is what SAP has provided. But some companies will tell, no, no, it's not like on and around 30 days. How can you calculate January 30 days? 12 months into 30, 360 days. That's it. How do you calculate? That means we have to develop. So nothing but the PCR we have to modify. That is comes under the factoring. Okay, then cumulation wage type. Cumulation wage type means basic pay, city allowance, car allowance. It is part of the gross. Social insurance. Okay, some other things is a part of the deductions. Right. Now, GOSI is calculated only on basic pay. Then basic pay is cumulating into the GOSI cumulation. How it is going to work out? That it comes under cumulation wage type. Then cumulations. Cumulations means how a wage type is paid monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly. If it is
This can
monthly,
also
12 months.
happen on the quotas as well, right? The accumulation stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quarterly 4, half yearly 2, yearly 1. How many periods are there? That is cumulations. Right. Apart from that, loan configuration, that is very common. EOS, end of service, and termination workbench. Okay, then statutories. Nothing but social insurance, whatever it is here. Then HR with finance integration. What is symbolic account? What is GL account? Who will provide you? Then finally reports.
DME,
Yeah, that's very common here. Integration part it will come here.
income integration.
DME, okay, data medium exchange, posting to the finance people, generating a file, giving to the finance people. All these things, this we are going to cover up.
Okay.
Yeah, anything you want to add, you can add it.
Yeah, the forms, like the reports majorly,
Yeah.
right?
Standard reports we can discuss. Customer specific reports it is generated. Normally we need certain customer specific reports in UAE and KSA also.
Yeah,
And
for
what
that
reports
sites
normally they need?
majorly, you need
Yes.
separate
Right.
reports for that.
So particularly there we should able to write one functional specification. There you have to specify the output format, technical information we have to provide so that they can generate. Technical information is very, very important.
Mm.
Say for example, bank transfer. SAP has not provided any standard report. We need a report. So we will ask the ABAP consultant. So how can we ask? We can write a function specification. There you have to specify output format, suggested T code, and technical information, and source structure we have to give. Then they can develop. So what information? Technical names. Okay, say for example, personal number. Okay, then bank details. Okay, then bank nothing but slash 559 technical information where it is coming from the RT table. Such information we have to give it to them.
Okay.
Such things we can discuss.
Okay. We can discuss for both Saudi as well as UAE
Yes,
together.
see, side by side we will discuss. I will
Oh,
open both the screens. What is the difference?
yeah,
Both payroll I will run, both output I can show you.
yeah. And how about the time management? I mean, like I know, I was just asking only about the payroll,
See,
but
let me check. Time management 7 where it is integrating that we can discuss.
mm,
Then absences that we
time
can discuss.
evaluation.
Yeah, time evaluation that is particularly OT related. OT
OT.
related that we can
Yeah,
discuss. Yeah,
yeah,
that part we will discuss. Wherever it is integrating to the payroll that we can discuss.
yeah. Majorly that which are helping for payroll
Yeah,
integration.
definitely we can do that.
Yeah. Okay. And how long will this take, Amal?
Approximately, so payroll both are it is so it will take 1 month or this will
1
take a
month.
week. Yeah,
Is it
max
like
one and a half.
a day or
Yeah.
how is it like weekly twice or thrice or
No,
something
it
like
is
that?
weekly 5 days, Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I have some other commitments.
Okay.
So weekly 5 days, Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour.
Okay.
So
So
approximately it is one
why
and a half
would it
month.
be like, should I be giving you time or you are having certain times that,
Yeah, how just you tell your timings to Sai, so he will ask me. So
uh,
based on that, we can go ahead.
okay, okay,
Because I'm
sure.
a working consultant, I have some other commitments. So that so he will you give the timings to Sai, so that
Okay.
according that we can plan it.
Sure, sure, man. Yeah,
right?
it's about 1 month, right? Totally, 5 days a week, and 20.
Yeah, 1 month to 1.5 months. See, normally here, if I can say, when subject goes on, if you're asking a question, I cannot cut it. So 1 month to 1.5 months. Sometimes 3-4 sessions more or